All right, guys, good morning. Sorry I'm starting a few minutes late. Having trouble with OBS Studio this morning, and I rebooted the computer twice. It's still not quite right. Um, Hopefully it's good enough. So I'm not sure what's going on. Let me check the live stream here real quick. It does say excellent connection here on YouTube, so those of you who join in, let me know how this looks and sounds. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, but anyway, good morning and happy Sunday. Hope all is well with you for this November 14th. Yeah, it is almost Thanksgiving. Oh, joy. Okay, let me get out of this here. And it looks like the stream is looking good. Okay. Anyway, more Windows 11 talk for this morning, as you know. Windows 11 has been a pleasant surprise for me. Installed it, a full install in a 10-year-old Lenovo machine. Dual boot with Zorin OS 16 Pro. And what can I say? Windows 11 just works. I even tested the Edge browser for Linux, and that's even superb. So I'm not sure what's going on, but Microsoft this year, towards the end of the year, has done very well. Windows 11 might be the best Windows ever. Microsoft's Edge browser for Linux is superb. So far, very brief test install, running it, did not have any issues so far. The Edge browser might be my second favorite browser next to Chrome. We'll see. It's a little bit early to tell. But if you've had second thoughts about upgrading to Windows 11, or you think you can't, you may want to rethink that, because so far Windows 11 has been absolutely superb in my full install test, meaning not in a virtual box or nothing like that, a full install test on a 10-year-old machine. And somebody asked me, how can you install it in a 10-year-old machine? Well, Microsoft has released a workaround on their website. So, yeah, it can be done. It's not recommended if your machine is not officially supported, but it can be done. I did it. So far, so good. What I would probably want to do is upgrade the 10-year-old hard disk drive to an SSD because, yeah, SSDs have come down in price. Even today with the chip shortage and everything, it's they're affordable. So it's a fairly easy upgrade. It's not that hard. Maybe I'll show you guys how to do it. I think I'm going to jump on Amazon and maybe order one. Speaking on Amazon, there are great Black Friday deals on Amazon. If you've been thinking about a Linux-powered Chromebook, well, now's your chance to consider getting one. Fantastic machines if all you do is jump on the web and watch Total OS, other shows, or the podcast, or whatever. Yeah, check your emails. A Chromebook might be for you, and you don't have to worry about bugs. All right, let me grab a sip of water here. Then we'll go into the chat and see who is here. All right, let me transition here to the chat. Somebody's here. Hello, Farrod. How are you? This fine Sunday chilly morning here in Ohio. Hope all is well with you. If there is anybody new watching this and wants to say hello or has a question, please do ask. It's more fun when we have more people here in the chat. It's no fun talking to myself. Unless I'm drinking lots of red wine. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, and don't forget to support the live shows. These live shows are made possible by you. So we would like to continue the live shows in 2022. Because why not? So what's new, Farron? Have you tried an install of Windows 11 or have you not? Yeah, Farron says don't have to worry about bugs. Chrome OS had a severe bug not so long. Okay. One bug. One out of a gazillion Linux bugs? Oh, please. Yeah. Generally speaking, compared to, your 600 variations of Linux distributions compared to Chromebooks, you don't have to worry about bugs. Yeah, all things considered, quantity-wise, you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, trust me, if Chromebooks had bugs, I wouldn't use them. I would not use them. Generally speaking, you don't have to worry about bugs. Now, nothing is perfect, of course. Of course. But, yeah, you don't have to worry about it. So, all right, let me get situated here on my screen. I need to shop on Amazon for a new TV. I have 3 TVs, and they all have bad soundboards. I've had the worst luck with TVs over the course of 10, 12 years. I don't know why. I don't know what the heck is going on with me and TVs. I got this TV here, 39-inch. I'm doing this live show, and the speakers hum. I don't know what is it with me and TVs, but it is what it is. Yeah. So, okay. Let's go to the screen here on Windows 11 so you guys can see this. So this is my Windows 11 setup as you see here in dark mode. Minimize this, you can see here. There's a bunch of themes that you can switch over in Windows 11. I won't go through all of them. So, but yeah, this dark theme with this blue tint is actually pretty nice as you see here. So, what can I say? I like it. And once again, the amazing part of all this is I'm running this on a 10-year-old machine with the original Western Digital hard disk drive. I'm impressed. And I got a feeling if I change the hard disk drive to an SSD, it'll probably be at least twice as fast, if not more. So, yeah, if you've not considered trying Windows 11, you definitely should. And we'll take a look at an article here shortly. I think the article said 11 reasons to switch from Windows to Linux, and I'm not sure about that. I did take a look at the live tiles and all that, Farron. I decided not to do it because obviously when you add more, it'll suck up more processing power. This machine is outdated as it is. You know, it's 10 years old, dual core, original hard disk drive, and I don't think I'm going to do it. Now, if I install an SSD in this, I may try the live tiles and the start all back apps, but I decided not to install or add anything else, only because this machine is severely outdated. Even though it works, it is severely outdated. So, but that's the reason why. But thank you for these suggestions. But I think I will wait for now. I know I do have another machine, one more machine that's not quite as old, a quad core. I may try it on that one. But for this one here, for this Lenovo, yeah, I think I'll wait to add anything to it. So we'll go to the task manager here. Yeah, I think the Microsoft's Edge has live tile news article. So this is the task manager. As you can see, CPU usage is 100%. This thing is humming along. Yeah. RAM usage 3.4 gigs. That's high, but surprisingly, this is smooth. In spite of the higher RAM usage. Just hope it's running smooth on YouTube. But yeah. All in all, cannot complain. Was not expecting this to work on a 10-year-old machine. So if you want to install this on a machine that you ran the Windows Updater and said your machine is not compatible, that is not entirely accurate. You can go to the Microsoft's website. There is a hack, a workaround in the registry to install Windows 11 on an older machine. Of course, you do so at your own risk. But so far, I have not had any issues. It all has to do with that TPM chip, Security 2.0. So just keep aware of that if you decide to install this on an unofficially supported machine if you're upgrading from Windows 10. So, yeah, 100% CPU, and it is not going to drop. It is not going to drop, but so far, so good. If any of you guys do install Windows 11, a full install, let me know. If you guys install Microsoft's Edge browser on Linux, let me know. But those are, yeah, I'm impressed. What can I say? You see here, this is an AMD Athlon 255 processor if you want to look that up. But this is around 2011, 2012, somewhere around there. The machine works. What can I say? Lenovo are great machines. Super reliable, great for testing Linux. If you prefer laptops, check out a ThinkPad. For installing Linux, fantastic. I have two of them. They work great. One of them even originally had a Windows XP. It still works. Unbelievable. Alright, so the live tiles anywhere is the start menu live tiles on desktop from Windows 10, so shouldn't really use all that much. Maybe. Yeah, I just prefer to have a clean desktop right now. So, but that's why, you know, I guess it wouldn't hurt to try it, you know, install and not do it live and just to see. But I kind of like Windows 11 the way it is. Yeah, I'm waiting for the update so we can move the you know, taskbar to the top and other minor tweaks that I'm sure Windows will bring along, Microsoft will bring along eventually. But that's the only complaint I have right now. You can't natively move the taskbar to the top. Other than that, I have not had any issues with Windows 11. So, all right, let's give another minute here or so. We'll take a look at an article in Microsoft Edge. So again, if there's anybody new watching wants to say hello, I have a question, please do. We had fun last. We had a bunch of new people come in that don't normally have a chance because of different time zones. So yeah, stop on in and say hello. Let me go ahead and restart my dad's tunes here. Alright, let's go to, let's see. We're going to switch scenes here in a second. Yeah, I don't know what's up with LBS. I wanted to add the scrolling chat and it would not work, so I don't know what's going on, to be quite honest. Anyway, but yeah. Okay, we're going to run through this article here. And don't quite agree with this article. This is from the Linux Professional Institute. And we'll go through this one by one here. Okay. Alright, looks good in OBS, so let's go through this one by one. And this is 11 reasons to switch from Windows to Linux. I think it's the opposite, but let's take a look at this. So, avoid unnecessary expensive hardware upgrades. Not entirely accurate. As I stated before, you can install Windows 11 on a 10-year-old machine as I did, and I have not had any problems. So again, one of the reasons why Microsoft wants you to have that chip, that 2.0 TPM chip, is for security reasons. Can't really blame them. But that being said, this reason here, avoiding unnecessary expensive hardware upgrade, is not entirely accurate. Alright, number 2 reason, fight toxic waste. Again, not entirely accurate. So it is true that for really old machines, yeah, you can install lightweight Linux systems such as Ubuntu, Zorin OS Lite. You should never throw away a machine in the garbage. You should always try to recycle. So again, that's not entirely true. Keep your right to run the programs you want. This goes back to the TPM requirements. Okay. This one I don't know yet too much about. So, number 4, run your computer without surveillance. The entire web is surveillance. And it says here that an ARD requirement for Windows 11 is a camera to record you. No. I don't have a camera in this machine, so I don't know about that one. Avoid conveniences that lock you in. Computer vendors and services are constantly trying to sign you up for new services. They often exploit compatibility and convenience to do so. Google integrates their suite of services. Well, once again, just say no to all of this. So that's not that big of a deal. Run your computer without a Microsoft account. Yeah, you had to log into your Microsoft, account, whether it's Hotmail or whatever, but is there really that big of a deal? And even it says here, this is not a great burden. Well, then why mention it? Let's see. Another reason here is customize your desktop. Okay, I will give this to Linux. You can definitely customize your desktop to your blue in the face. But if you like to do that, I personally don't. But you can customize Windows to a certain extent. We just talked about it, with the live tiles and everything. So, but for the most part, yes, Linux has the edge for customizations. Enjoy the most recent and stable versions of free software. That doesn't mean they're all good. Like I said this morning, I was having trouble with OBS Studio. I'm still having problems. It's working. So again, it's, not all the free software is necessarily all good. All right. Next reason here is increase computer diversity. The more people who run Linux, the more likely it is for services and vendors to support it. Well, after 26 years, I'm still waiting for the year of the Linux desktop. So you're going to have a long wait for that one. Launch your skills as a programmer. I doubt the working firemen, nurses, doctors, garbage collector, I doubt they're going to really want to spend their extra time, their free time as a programmer. So, yeah. And let's see, the last reason, choose computing freedom. Well, okay, you do have lots of choices in Linux. Last time I checked, there were approximately 600 versions of a Linux desktop. Are they all good? I don't think so. So, for the most part, I do not agree with this article in general. But, yeah, just my personal thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. This is on the Linux Professional Institute website. 11 reasons to switch from Windows to Linux. I think with Windows 11, I think it's the opposite. So let me know what you guys think about all this. So yeah. Okay, let's go back to the chat here. Let's switch over. Transition. Okay. Kenny's in the chat. Welcome. He you did a clean install of Windows 11 on your other laptop, it works the same as 10. It uses slightly more RAM. Also, it is not any faster. Oh yeah, on my machine it is considerably faster, Kenny. Much faster than Linux. Much than GNOME Linux. At least in my test. So yeah. You may want to check the settings. That's my guess. I don't know, but yeah, I would not be doing this stream in Windows 11 if it was slower. You tried Windows 11 in a VM, Farron? Okay. Yeah, I would not put Windows 11 in a VM. So, yeah. You only need a Microsoft account to install the home version? Even then you can change it to a local account after it is installed. I did not know that, Kenny. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't have a problem with the Microsoft account and switching to a local account. It's not that big of a deal because it really doesn't affect performance. At least I don't think so, does it? No. So, once again, not that big of a deal. So, yeah. Let me go switch here, transition here to the desktop. Let's go to settings. Take a look here at privacy and security real quick. Windows security, antivirus, browser, firewall, network protection for your devices. Again, this gives you a breakdown here of what, to go into. Virus threat protection, account protection, and it says here no actions needed. This is how you can tell if your system is secure. Now, once again, let's not confuse security with privacy, as we've talked about in the past. So, diagnostics and feedback. Yeah, I wish there was a way. I wish there was a master on/off switch to turn this off. You can't. I did toggle off send optional diagnostic data, and you can view your diagnostic data in the diagnostic data viewer. Delete diagnostic data. Of course, they already have it, so that's pointless. Feedback frequency. Choose how often Windows asks for your feedback. It's set to automatic. I'm cool with that. So yeah. Find your device for developers, advertising ID, local content, and all that. I have this toggle to off to speed things up. Inking and typing. Use my typing history and handwriting patterns to create a personal dictionary. I think I'll leave that off. Do I really need that? I don't think so. Activity history, speech permissions, cloud content search, searching Windows search indexing for faster results, find your files. Again, pretty much basic stuff here. App permissions, this is where you can go in and toggle each one of these on and off to help speed things up. Location services, which I have toggled off for now. You can set a default location history. Again, there are many, so-called privacy settings in this thing, but yeah, that's up to you. Privacy sources about these settings and your privacy. Lots to choose here. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, Ken. You said it's not any faster than Windows 10, so I don't know. My this sucker's faster, much faster. So maybe I don't think it's just me. I think other users are having pretty good luck with this. So yeah. It is using, like I said, 100% CPU, but there's nothing I can do about that. Again, this is a 10-year-old Athlon 2 processor. So, but it still runs. Yeah, I know, Farron. Virus and threat protection, actions reckon. Yeah, I need to run a quick scan. It reminds me every so often to run a quick virus scan, and that's probably what it is. So, yeah. Adam Grubbs in the house. Good morning, my friend. Gotta love it's almost 2022 and people are still arguing over operating systems these days. Stay classy, humanity. Well, let me rephrase that. It's okay to debate. A nice, friendly debate. To argue, yeah, there's no reason to argue. Use what works, right? But we can still debate. You know, we can debate. I think about the only true debate as far as OSs go. Should Linux developers drop GNOME? Should they drop GNOME-based systems or the GNOME desktop? You know, I think as far as true debates go, that's the only worthy debate I see. Is GNOME has been around 10 years and there's been almost no improvement. Well, in fact, I know there hasn't. The speed hasn't improved that much. It's difficult to use. Functionality. Anyway, that's how I see it. Hello, Nazi. How are you? OpenBSD. Okay. That's interesting. I think I tried BSD based once. It was not for me. So yeah. Yeah, as far as boot times, Kenny, I dual boot this machine with Linux with GNOME, Zorin OS 16, and oh man, that boot is slow. It's a good, man, almost seems like 60 seconds, maybe less with GNOME. Much faster than Windows 11. So yeah. Not sure what's going on there. Edge Deflector allows you to change the default program to handle Edge. Ah. I see. Okay. Hey, I like Edge. It works. It works in Windows and it works in Linux. So, yeah. I'm surprised. It's a good browser. So, those of you coming in late, you may want to watch this later. We talked about this article, 11 Reasons to Switch from Windows to Linux, which I don't agree with. But you may want to take a look at that. But yeah, the Edge browser is okay. Can't complain. It's not GNOME that needs to die. It's the community that needs to see consequences for enabling toxicity so much. That may be part of it, Farron. My personal opinion about this is that GNOME needs to die. After 10 years and not much improvement, yeah, that's my personal opinion on GNOME. Very disappointing. Ubuntu should have stuck with Unity, you know. But of course, you guys know that Pop OS It appears they're going to drop the GNOME desktop altogether for their own desktop environment. We'll probably see something here in, my guess is about 6 months or so. But yeah, they were saying that to make the GNOME desktop work properly, you need to install extensions which can break the GNOME desktop. You cannot make this up. Anyway, quiet morning this morning. If anybody new is out there wants to say hello, you can do it. You know how Schwarzenegger said in the movie, "Get to the chopper." I'm going to say, "Get to the chat room." Get to the chat room, lol. If you're watching this and you are new, have a question, come on, don't be shy. Alright, so no dual boot for you, Kenny. Cold boot from the time you hit power to the time you in the desktop, and either 10 or 11 is 7 seconds. Okay, well that's fast enough, yeah. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, that's about as fast as my Chromebook. Almost as fast as my. That's actually pretty good. Yeah. You have GNOME working on the 350 megabytes of RAM. Now, is that with or without a 6-pack? Really? Oh, you mean the gigabytes, 350 gigabytes of RAM. I think that's what you mean, Nazi, right? Yeah, there was no way I would get GNOME 350 megabytes of RAM. No way I'd get that working. Forget about it. Yeah, you're running a GNOME system like Ubuntu or Fedora, you need at least 4 gigs to run it comfortably. You know, by the time you open apps and video and all that. Yeah. Yeah, you need about as much memory as Windows to run GNOME. So right now with Windows 11 we're up to 3.5 gigs of memory, which is about right for Windows 11. It still runs smooth enough, right? I don't see any sputtering here on my screen, so yeah. On a modern laptop, 11 is not any faster than 10. Okay. Fair enough. So what you're saying is it's fast enough, right? It's not slow. The usage is not the requirement, Nazi. Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, look, I won't get into the whole debate with developers, you know, concerning one system or one desktop environment over another. In the words of the late great Bruce Lee, absorb what is useful, take what is useful, discard what is useless, and make it uniquely your own, or something like that. So, yeah, GNOME in the last 10 years, it really has not seen that much improvement. And it's disappointing. That's why, really, if it wasn't for Zorn OS 16 or Pop OS, I wouldn't even consider GNOME. It's not worth it. Okay, Kenny, so both are fast. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I said, with this here, if I exchange the 10-year-old hard disk drive with an SSD in this machine, this will probably run twice as fast. You know, and I may do that. There's some good deals on Amazon, so one of the most cost-effective ways to improve your system is to replace the old hard disk drive. And don't be afraid, it's not that, you know, hard. Looking at the processes here, looks like the usage OBS Studio is very high. Yeah, that's to be expected. Microsoft Edge. Let me go ahead and get out of that. All right. Anyway. Yes, the norm requirement minimum is 2 gigs of RAM, but if you want to run it comfortably, you need at least 4 gigs. It's really the same as Windows. You need at least 4 gigs to make it run somewhat comfortably. In this machine, I maxed it out to 8 gigs of RAM. All right, let's do one more set of my dad's tunes, and then we'll wrap it up. So you guys all set for the holidays? Shadow 7 is in the house. He says, move your browser cache to RAM. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, about the only thing I wish they had here was to move the taskbar to the top, and I think that's coming. I thought I read something about it, so, but I don't see it yet. So I'm good on the updates. Advanced options for updates. Receive updates for other Microsoft products. And other options here. Pretty much, self-explanatory, easy to use. Once you install Windows 11, install all the updates, I think the beauty of something like this, you don't have to install extra extensions or extra stuff to make this work. It just works out of the box, at least from what I've seen. So, yeah. Yeah, Farron says, want to move the taskbar to the top? Start all back. I know. Is that free, by the way, that app, Start All Back? But yeah, I'll wait till it's officially updated by Microsoft to move the taskbar to the top. I don't use this machine every day, so it's not that big of a deal. This is on my TV, stand, and I'm actually laying down on the carpet doing my morning stretches, believe it or not. So doing two things in one: live chatting with you guys and my morning routine stretch. Which is why I don't have the camera hook up. I don't think you guys want to see me, stretching my Italian legs. So anyway, a work computer uses 11 in the task man. If you end task, prompt you to end process for confirmation. Okay. If you click on advanced options for update, there may be more updates for drivers. Yeah, I did some updates yesterday, Kenny. This morning I booted into Windows. I had no sound. I restarted again, and now I have sound. So as far as the driver updates, it seems to be doing it on its own, Kenny. So yeah, it's been pretty much. In terms of extra work or extra maintenance, I haven't had that problem with Windows 11. So, this machine does not have. It's running the onboard graphics. I don't have a graphics card because then I would have to change the power supply, and I'm not going to do that for an older machine. Like I said, I may change the hard disk drive, but as far as updates and drivers, Kenny, yeah. Little glitch this morning. In fact, my first thought, no sound. Uh-oh, here we go with the Windows updates again. But once I rebooted, and it told me to, I had no problem. So, yeah, it's been trouble-free. Like I said, a very, very pleasant surprise. None of the updates have crashed the system. None of the problems that were witnessed in Windows 10 I have not witnessed, except for that glitch this morning which corrected itself after rebooting. I did not have a problem. So there are the sound settings here. Mono audio can combine left and right audio channels into one. That's interesting. Troubleshooting sound problems. So volume mixer. So yeah, so far, except for that small glitch this morning, have not had any issues. On a side note, I went shopping for a printer. I found an Epson printer. You know, Epson and HP are pretty good for Linux. I went shopping for an Epson printer. It was $49. I saw it one day. I went the next day to order it. It went from $49 to $149. No joke. I'm like, really? What a crazy year, almost 2 years in this pandemic. I've never seen anything like it. So that's why I was saying before, if you can find Black Friday deals now, take them. Get them. Because it's probably going to be a year before we get back to normal. But hey, at least Windows 11 is normal, right? All right, well, let's give this another 5 minutes or so. Again, if there's anybody new in the chat and wants to say hello, now's your chance before we wrap it up. Anselm is in the house. Good morning, how are you? The Chromebook master himself is in the house. Well, speaking of speed, not snorting speed, using a fast computer. What's up, Anselm? How are you? Most Windows changes are just moving admin tools and renaming them. End task and process for the same thing. Microsoft doesn't even know their own current naming conventions. Oh well. We'll let him slide this time. Yeah, I wish this computer it would accept more than 8 gigs of RAM. It maxes out as 8 at 8 gigs. If it was capable, I would probably get a graphics card for this. But 8 gigs of RAM, you really can't do that much, especially with gaming or editing videos in 4K. So anyway, can't complain. It's been trouble-free for 10 years, so I got to do something with my Dell. I'm gonna see if I can reattach the other 2 RAM sticks and see if there's a problem with that. I haven't tested it yet. It's only run on 8 gigs of RAM. I was trying to edit a 4K video, man. Oh, it was slow. Anyway. I wonder how many Windows 11 machines will sell this holiday season. I haven't looked yet. I think I'll wait. Okay, Anselm, yeah. All Chromebooks and Windows 11 are running good. Good. Yeah, I've been very impressed with Windows 11. Very impressed so far. No breakage. Updates have not broken the system yet. The Edge browser for Windows and Linux works pretty good. I'm impressed with the Edge browser so far in my brief test. It even looks pretty. And it's blue. So if you like blue, Check out blue. So take a look at the widgets here. Weather forecast, 35 degrees. Brr, it is cold. Yeah, it doesn't look like I'll be going out to play tonight. But I don't know. Maybe we'll do another live chat tonight, a live show tonight. Let's see how I feel. But usually in the wintertime, I don't do much outside, obviously because of the cold weather. It leaves me inside more often. So maybe we'll do something live for tonight. Maybe a news and nonsense. Wasn't on Friday and Saturday night. Friday night downtown. My musician friends from Pittsburgh came in. Speaking of music, I hope to have a live musical event before the end of the year. It'll be free. It's one of the best musicians on planet Earth, a sax player. Has traveled the world. He teaches Carnegie Mellon. He just released his first solo album. I guess music runs in the family. Really first class stuff. There are times I feel so lucky, so blessed to be surrounded by talented, good human beings, especially in the music world. We have Stephanie, we have Slim Man, I have my friend. So look for a live concert event called Sax to the Max. So we'll see. It's buffering. Yeah, it's the CPU chugging along. I think it was the live tiles here, Kenny. I think. Anselm, you like the Edge browser? Cool. Yeah, I like it too. But is it better now, Kenny? Yeah, this dual core machine. You can only do so much. So. But I think it's okay now. I think it was the live widgets causing it to buffer. But anyways, I was saying I hope to have at least one more, maybe two. Maybe we'll get Slim Man back on for a holiday chat. But look for that live concert, Sax to the Max, sometime in December. I hope. Thank you, Anselm. Yeah, I bet if I turn off these widgets, might be able to speed it up a little bit, but that's okay. I think I'll leave it for now. Has anybody seen the new James Bond flick, No Time to Die? It is on demand. I was going to watch it last night, but it's almost a 3-hour movie, and I went to bed kind of early last night, so I was with my son for a little bit chatting, and yeah, might catch it next week. We'll probably, Anselm will probably do another chat here next weekend coming up if you're around. Either Friday or Saturday. Around 10ish, between 9 and 10, something around there. Alright guys, is there anything else before we wrap this up for this wonderful chilly morning? As my CPU usage is now dropped. Wow, 99%. I know. Oh, 100%. Here we go. What can I say? Hey, it runs, so. I should use my quad-core machine, but Yeah, I don't want to install another version of Windows 11, so yeah. Anyway, Mind Blast just joined in. That sounds like a game for Linux. The new Mind Blast. Blast your mind with Mind Blast. He says sticking with Linux. That's cool. I still use Linux. Which Linux are you using, Mind Blast?